Good morning! It is launch day for a new quest in old school RuneScape, Sins of the Father. I am very excited to play this quest totally blind. It just launched a few minutes ago after some technical hiccups. So there are no quest guides, no wiki entries, and no videos to save me. It is completely 100% actually for realsies this time blind. Some quick disclaimers and spoiler warnings before I start. If you've been watching the Questcape playthrough, you know that I record way more content than I can possibly edit, render, and upload in a week, and that I'm way ahead of the most recently published video. I'm actually already working on the diary cape here in June of 2020. I decided to publish this quest video early because Sins of the Father obviously is not going to be included in the Questcape playthrough series otherwise. I'll probably release any future new OSRS quests early in the same way. Since I am releasing this early, this video is going to contain major skill level, gear, bank, and playtime spoilers for the Questcape and Diary Cape playthroughs. I'm not going to spoil how I get those items or what methods I use to train skills. But if that's something you don't want to know about, if you don't want to know which items I have, you probably want to click off the video shortly. This quest will eventually be part of the Diary Cape playthrough videos when they get published sometime in 2025. When they're included in the actual Diary Cape playthrough, it'll be fast forwarded like everything else is. If I'm not talking, periods where I'm quiet will get fast forwarded. But this video will not be edited or fast forwarded at all. It's just going to be me figuring it out. It'll be shorter than a typical video. If you want to avoid those spoilers, click out now. I'm about to enable the live split timer and reveal to you just how many hours I've sunk into this game as of June of 2020. That's a big yikes. 65 hours. I guess this is a spoiler too, what I'm doing over here. All right, I'm going to go stop at the bank. I guess I'm going to pick up Graceful. I guess I don't know, since I'm not following a guide, I don't know when there's going to be combat or not, so maybe I should actually pick up some basic combat gear to be prepared here. Oh my god, the number of spoilers that I don't even intend to show off. It's just in the player on house, right? Are significant, to say the least. All right. Let's go ahead and just put on a basic melee kit here in case melee is a thing that we're going to be doing at all. I don't know that it will be. This is going to be fun. The entire Questcape playthrough is borderline minimum stats for every quest that we do. This will be the first time I'm doing a quest where I am probably higher than what is strictly required in order to do it, so I kind of enjoyed doing all those quests at close to minimum stats. It made things interesting, to say the least. Go ahead and get a decent number of teleport runes. Probably bring some water runes with me as well, depending on where the game sends me here. Grab some food. This is kind of cool to just have no idea what I'm supposed to bring. I haven't really had this experience before. Actually, let's... Yeah, potions, why not? Alright, and then I think I need Draken's Medallion because it says the quest is outside sleep. Sins of the Father. Veliath hurts outside the church in sleep. Okay, got it. About to see tons of people, I assume. So while I'm running here, obviously I really like this game. I've been having a grand old time playing it. I'm excited to get all the content out for you to see. I'm thinking that once the Questcape playthrough component ends, that I should be able to publish faster, because there's a lot less to talk about when you're grinding skills for the Diary Cape and you're not doing quests that are full of, NPC dialogue episode to episode, so We'll see. I still have at least a couple of years of backlogged content backed up on multiple hard drives now, so it's just a question of slowly getting them edited one by one. Hey, Belly Up hurts. These other players. This reminds me of playing other MMOs when a new expansion comes out. And man, I haven't read quest text aloud in a video in like over 1,000 hours. Veliaf, what are you doing here? Well met, my friend. I'm here on an investigation. There's something strange going on in this town, and I suspect the vampires are involved. Is there anything I can help with? An extra pair of hands is always beneficial. Start Sins of the Father, yes. What do you need? This town has become home to an illness known as the Sleeper Plague. It's a nasty affliction. Those infected fall into a deep sleep, never to wake. Mauritania is no stranger to odd afflictions. However, I've been doing some digging. Apparently, this isn't the first time this illness has bested sleep, or beset sleep. That's how it was named. How do you suspect the vampires are involved? The first victim of the Sleeper Plague was none other than Lady Cromwick. She rules over this town from Cromwick Manor along with her husband. He's not been seen since she fell ill. Their manor has been locked down. Here's the interesting part. Vampires have been seen around the manor. Showed up around the time when the Sleeper Plague returned. You think the vampires are the reason the plague is back? The question is why? To try and learn more about these vampires at the manor, I want you to try and find the source of the illness. They're looking for the victims in the church here. Make that your starting point. Monarchy prevail. Okay. Sister Sevi, maybe? Hello. Oh, cool. Plague Doctor. Costume. What's with the mask? These are the masks of the Sisterhood. They have practical uses in addition to being symbolic. Herbs can be stored in the beak, making the smell of death, or masking the smell of death and preventing us from becoming infected. Can I have one? You asked too many questions. Is that a yes? It's a no. To wear a mask of the Sisterhood, you need to join the Sisterhood. Sign me up. You lack the qualities where... What's wrong with that man? He's a victim of the Sleeper Plague. Many years ago, the village was beset by a terrible plague. Those infected fell into a deep sleep. A strange man being accused out in the center, but I think he's innocent. How long has the man been asleep? At least a few weeks. All the words Inyatet and Koshmar, whatever those mean. Interesting. Alright. Sleeper Plague has infected the townspeople. Vampires are involved. Investigate the church. The townspeople are being cared for. You don't look too happy. It's a sad gesture. My traveling companion, Anshin, he's the latest victim of the Sleeper Plague. How did he fall ill? I have no idea. Just went to the pub and started to act odd, and then he collapsed. The Rat and Bat is just southeast of here. He doesn't drink. Interesting. It might be progress. Yeah, I spoke to Hamlin the Jester. Told me his traveling companion, Anshin, was the latest victim of the Sleeper Plague. At the inn. Just southeast of here. Carl. We serve Cromwick's finest bloody bracer, and that's all. 99 for finest coins. Oh, did I not bring any money? Haven't got 99 coins. Boo. I guess I should also grab the Avandis flail in case I have to fight any vampires here. I still have it. I don't think I've gotten it on the published videos yet, right? Yeah. Avandis flail. Let's go ahead and have that equipped in advance. Probably just carry my whole cash stack with me, but I have no idea what to expect. So. Alright, running back to sleep. This is the kind of additional time sink that I avoid by following the wiki guides and the normal blind playthrough. Ooh, people are typing, what comes after talking to the barman? This is fun. I'm guessing few people get this no guide experience. I guess mild spoilers for the post-Questcape playthrough, but I do get a chance to check out the Nightmare of Ashihama like the morning it's released. I haven't been back to it, but that was also kind of cool because there were tons of people and no one knew how it worked. And then we realized that the drop rates were garbage and nobody does it anymore, which is kind of sad. One bloody bracer. Oh, we should have brought the Ring of Karos, right? Where do you get your bloody bracers from? Old recipe of the Crombook family. Where do they come from? Who's asking? Me, of course. Why do you want to know? My supplier is a private individual. He doesn't like others meddling in his affairs. I guess I didn't need to buy this in the first place. Request health. Health and safety, of course. Here on a routine inspection. Part of my work requires me to inspect the source of your bloody bracers. Clear on. I've got customers to serve. I'm going to look around anyway. Let me drink in peace. They all have Marshall, Barney, and Theodore. Ah. Their names with backwards. See if it lets me get in around the back here. Oh, right. Ted Marshall and Barney. Yeah, that's How I Met Your Mother. Door is locked. Spec barrel. Yeah, these actually are pretty sight readable, huh? Has the word bloody bracer written on the side. Needs to collect more from his supplier soon. A lot of bloody bracer again. Cutscene. See what you're hiding. Oh, is this like a tailing mission? Interesting. Ah, interesting. Failed to stay hidden from Carl. Looks like Alucard. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, I wasn't close enough to him that time. Okay. Coagulated concoction. Get a little closer to him here after he turns around. Hide? The first 2 times you have to hide, you got tons of spaces in there. You pretty much just have that one tree. Where are you going, Carl? I feel like the trees are pretty naturally placed so you can use them to hide. Appreciate that. Stay pretty close to him. Yay, we did it. Dungeon, Carl. What are you hiding down there? Kroy. What do you want? Run out a bloody bracer. You need to come here to tell me that? Someone's been poking around asking about it. Look to be around here. What if they followed you? Thought you'd want to know. You'd jeopardize everything, Carl. Predecessor didn't want to help us. Perhaps you remember what came of him? Okay, so Carl's being forced into this. Go back to your pub. I'll have more bloody bracers sent over soon. Try to be a bit smarter. Sneaky, sneaky. Ooh, Vanstrom Klaus. Get our revenge on this guy, finally? Alright then, Damien. What is it you've been so keen to show me? Give me Kroy. Greetings, my lord. Tell me you had me come all the way down here for this. Look at the wretched thing, Damien. It's barely even a proper juvenile. I may not look like much, but I've never met a vampire with a better knowledge of herb lore. Tell him what you found. Hidden deep in the sanctuary here, a recipe for an elixir. Once it built this place, the Sisterhood called it the Elixir of Everlasting. Those who drink it find their lives heavily extended, but at a cost. They're put into a deep sleep, never to wake. Interesting. Kroy was able to easily recreate the elixir. After a quick test on Lady Cromwick, started giving it to the citizens. We hide it in their beer. And then while they sleep, we tithe them. The sleepers only need a fraction of the blood a normal human needs. Take more than ever before. Oh, that's a pretty cool scam. Who gave you permission to do this? The nobles of Darkmeyer make their demands. Someone has to meet them. I am in charge of blood tithing. I alone decide how it's to be carried out. Nobles are tired of inaction. I saw an opportunity and I took it. Lord Draken should thank me. I don't doubt the ingenuity of your plan. This elixir could have great potential. The thing I doubt is your recklessness. Sleeper plague has attracted attention, the wrong kind of attention. The Meiyerditch? Don't tell me you're scared of them. I thought you were made of stronger stuff. I mean, we did kill Vanescula. You should be afraid. Out here alone without the support of the Draken household, you're a prime target. Meiyerditch are already here in sleep. The one that killed Vanescula is among them. Hey, that's me! Your overconfidence has begun your downfall. You defied Lord Draken when you came out here, but the consequences of your actions are your own to deal with. Okay, he's heading back to Darkmeyer, which, based on press releases from Jagex is what's being unlocked after completing this quest. Sup? How much did you hear, human? Enough. Yeah, I can't let you leave this place alive. Death isn't on my to-do list today, though, so I'll have to decline. Oh man, battle time. Okay, he's got magic. Good to know. I don't think I want to use the special attack until he's low on health, right? If I recall correctly. We'll transition into a combat. Good thing I wasn't walking around up here. The strange potion weakens you. Interesting. I wonder if this guy's going to be a Nightmare Zone boss after all this. Bondus flail is 20% or lower. Spell doesn't work on Kroy. Okay. It's him dealt with. Let's destroy his lab as well, though. And anyone else continuing his work. Destroy a lab table. Oh, that's cool. Stop anyone from continuing Kroy's work. I should inform Veliant. Okay. That was pretty cool. Stop. Well met, friend. Anything to report? You're right about the vampires. I did some digging and discovered that they're indeed the cause of the sleeper plague. A vampire in the dungeon called Kroy was making infected bloody bracers. Barkeep was selling them to the townspeople. Put a stop to that. I killed Kroy and destroyed his lab. The barkeep has no supply now. Something else. While I was spying on Kroy, I saw Vanstrom Klaus with another vampire called Damien. It sounded like Damien was Kroy's boss. The vampire you speak of is a noble called Damien Lecourt? Ooh. Damien L. He's a known quantity to us. My investigations at the manor also involved the two of them. Let's hear the rest of your findings first. I did it to make it easier to blood tithe, but here's the interesting thing. Vanstrom doesn't seem happy with it. Damien's doing without his permission. Citizens of this town are Zamorakians. Yeah, that's interesting. I saw that the sister with the plague mask had the Zamorak symbol on her coat. They willingly give their blood to the vampires. Why would Damien need the sleeper plague? Increased demand from the nobles of Darkmeyer. For rumors, the vampire population has grown such that demand for blood exceeds supply. It seems extreme and to go behind Vanstrom's back. Maybe the overcrowding issues are bigger than we realize. What's our next move? I have no idea. Discovered that it was indeed taken over by vampires, the manor. Friend Damien is the leader of the group. I also managed to spy on Vanstrom and Damien. I only heard a small part of their conversation, but Vanstrom didn't seem very happy, which matches up with what you heard. At one point, Vanstrom insulted Damien for his recklessness and accused him of demanding too much from the werewolves. They've also been gathering extra blood without permission. It was the werewolves who attacked me that time at Petardomus. Holy shit, that was a long time ago. That was like 2,000 hours ago. That encounter also sprung into my mind. Sounds like things are even worse now. You want to investigate the werewolves? I do. Something's going on in Darkmeyer that's causing this increased demand. If there's unrest in the city, we might be able to use it to our advantage. What about sleep? Your actions will have drawn attention to us. We can't stay here. Damien can't do much without Kroy. I've already done too much for these Zamorakians. There are others more deserving of our time. But aren't we meant to help people? That's a complicated question, friend. Damien and Carl are small fish in a big pond. Dealing with them might help the people here, but it will mean nothing to the rest of Mauritania. I want to help as many people as possible. Veliaf, the utilitarian, we need to think bigger than this. The Draken family are the real targets. Alright, Damien's gonna get what's coming to him. You sure this isn't just because they're Zamorakians? Zamorakians are evil, my friend. It doesn't shame me to say it. If this were a Sura Dominus town, my actions would be the same. Okay, fair enough. Gonna bring freedom to all of Mauritania. So what's our next move? Meet me at Paterdomus. Okay. Sure. Monarchy prevail. I think Paterdomus, my quickest path there is Fairy Ring. CKS. You know I use this thing way too much if I know the Fairy Ring codes. Okay. Paterdomus. I haven't been in here in a minute. The game world shrinks significantly when you have access to so many teleports. You like never have to walk places anymore. Well met. You made it in one piece. It was a long walk. Mauritania becomes more dangerous by the day. Okay, they already filled in Drezel. The reason we're here is due to an investigation we've been conducting in sleep. Here it's a nasty place full of Zamorakian filth. Suffering from an outbreak as well. Turns out that vampires are responsible. One of their nobles, Damien L., has been looking for ways to increase blood output. He's doing it without consent from the Draken family. Also experienced strange happenings here at Paterdomus. Does everything to do with werewolves? They do. After Melalai was ambushed outside the temple, Ivan and I decided to keep a closer eye on things. For a time, nothing unusual happened. The reports of trouble in the area died down. It's cool that they're, like, following up on old plot threads. I don't know if I did that quest yet in the Questscape playthrough of what's been published as of today. The last video I published as of this recording was episode 50, One Small Favor. Perhaps your encounter scared them off. If so, it was only for a time. Reports of people going missing in the area started again recently. Entire groups have been going missing, not just miners and travelers either. Even some of the king's mercenaries have vanished. You sent word to the king? We did. His advisor... Oh, yeah, I know about that advisor guy. That's why I hate politics. Might actually get a follow-up on that. Has anyone seen who's been doing this? Is it definitely werewolves? Disappearances take place further up the pass. It's been a while for him to find any leads. Last night we had a lead. He overheard a hooded figure mention a meeting in the haunted woods directly south of Fenkenstrain's castle. It's apparently set for today. That's a fairy ring teleport that I don't have memorized. He's just a boy. He's a grown man, Villiaf. One far smarter than either you or I. Should have sent word to us. This is for us to deal with, not him. Ivan's still a member of the Meiyerditch, isn't he? Surely he can look after himself. Hopefully he doesn't die. Ivan's special. He's the last in his bloodline. Ooh, this is new. He's the last living descendant of Ivandis. Oh, his name is Ivan. Okay. The only remaining descendant of the 7 priestly warriors. I remember that was the stuff we did out here way earlier. We're trying to keep him safe. Before his mother died, I swore to her in my life that I would shield Ivan from harm. Nearly failed her when Vanstrom killed Sonny and Harold. That was a long time ago. It was the Darkness of Halavel. Good quest. Veliath, my friend, you and I will not be around to protect Ivan forever. We've guided him to this point, but maybe it's time for him to start looking after himself. Taught Ivan everything I know. There's nothing more he can gain from me. Need to find Ivan and find out what this meeting's about. Directly south of Fenkenstrain Castle. Avoid mentioning the stuff about Ivandis to Ivan. One day he'll have to bear that burden, but for now he should not have that weight on his shoulders. Okay. And also with you. Let's go. I didn't have this, oops, easy fairy ring. Didn't have this easy fairy ring when I was doing farming earlier, so I haven't really used it to get to the farming patch near this port. Directly south of Fenkenstrain, so a little bit west from here. Leave me alone. Ivan, What's up, dude? Good to see you. What brings you out here? I'm actually here for you. Drizzle sent you? Told us of your discovery with the werewolves. It came to lend a hand. Next time I get a chance to bank, I'll make sure to grab the Ring of Karups. Been investigating something together. We suspect it may be connected to the situation with the werewolves. Believ. Good to see you safe. Shouldn't be out here. It's not safe for you. Head back to the temple. I can look after myself. Do another boss fight? Ooh, that's cool. You're late. Thought you didn't like to associate with our lot. Scared of getting mud on his pretty clothes, I bet. Some regular fucking Twilight stuff here. White Wolf. Threats mean nothing here, Damien. There are no dragons around to protect you. Not that dragon protection matters much these days. His own brother killed by a human. How embarrassing. Think this one would get dragon protection even if he were about? I hear Vanstrom has found out about this little side venture. What do you have for me? A family of 3 out for a picnic too close to the Sav. Maybe don't go on picnics near the Sav. I see. So that's why this was the thing where they were like able to get slightly over the Sav. Just a setback with our operations and sleep. We need you to make up the shortfall. Next time, bring more. You assume there's going to be a next time. It's a high quality talking head. There's a lot of articulation in the animation there. Bet you won't last another week now that the Meiyerditch are running around with the vampire killing weapons. He won't last another day at the rate he's going. Nice. The werewolves have been taking people from across the Sav, but they've been doing so without permission, just like in Sleep. Should we follow them? Maybe we'll learn more if we do. We might get a chance to save that poor family. Oh yeah, that's right. Utilitarian. It's too risky. Last thing we need is you getting captured. Hear something? I do hear something. What's that? Oh shit. Hot damn. Finish it. Oh, Velief, my dear, if I wanted you dead, I'd have done it a long time ago. It's Vanescula. Not here to kill us? No, I'm here to talk. So let's talk. Take it you know who I am. She's the sister to the head Lord Draken. And formerly sister to Rhaenys Draken before Melalai came along. Let's remind her that we killed her brother. Ah yes, Melalai, the great vampire slayer. I would thank you were it not for the fact that his funeral was such a dull affair. You wanted him dead? No love between Rhaenys and I. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered. Death of Rhaenys was just what we needed. Here I was thinking we were starting to become friends. Fine, I'm here to make you an offer. A once-in-a-lifetime offer. You've already killed one of my brothers. I offer you the chance to kill the other one. Oh, and you have no hope of ever getting close to Lorniel. I, on the other hand, can get you right into his chambers at Castle Draken. Why would you want that? I have my reasons. That's cool. It'd be cool if she replaces Lord Draken for whatever Grand Master quests they're going to do in Mauritania eventually. To the southeast of Meiyerditch, there's an old graveyard. The Icene Graveyard, we call it. Gather the Meiyerditch, every member, and meet me there. That's where I'll present my proposal. Every member of the Meiyerditch? Do you take us for fools? You're trying to lure us all there to wipe us out. If I wanted you dead, I'd have done it long ago. If I were to head to the basement in Bergerot... Oh, so she knows all about all of our shit. That's pretty scary. If I were to give the order, I could have the heads of every member of the Meiyerditch mounted above the gates of Castle Draken before the day is out. I like this tone in the Mauritania quest. It's very grim. It has like we have no hope of winning feeling to it. Oh. Calcidio? The apparent leader of the Meiyerditch? I know how many of you there are. That number isn't as big as you'd like to pretend. You made your point. How do we get to the graveyard? Vote will be your easiest way. I'll let you worry about the details. Should you fail to attend, you'll mount our heads above the gates. We get it. Glad we understand one another. I'll wait you at the graveyard. Cool. I really think these modern quests, I don't think I've done too many of them as of the episode 50 of the Questcape playthrough. It's mostly older quests, but the ones that are recently written, very well done, I think. I probably could have done most of them without a guide, and I plan to continue doing this for newly released quests, starting with Sins of the Father and beyond. But it's kind of hard to tell when that line fuzzes out. When do they start making quests that are sight readable? This isn't good. Velief, you lied about Calcidio and the other Meiyerditch? To believe there are more of us out there inspired hope in our ranks. False hope. A taste of hope? Ah? Made tough choices over my years. Okay, yeah, they're really doing a good job of establishing Velief's character more. Ends justify the means. Later we'll sit down and discuss it. The moment I fear we have more pressing matters. Go back to Paterdomus. Meiyerditch, I will handle it. She asked for all the Meiyerditch. I'm one of the Meiyerditch. I have to come with you. What makes you think we're even going? Of all the people showing up that just have the Avandis flail just in case. If we don't go, she'll kill us all. Okay, we all have to go. Although our dragon's alive, no one will be safe. Breaking bread with a vampire, what have we come to? If she tries anything, Meiyerditch can deal with her just like she did to her brother. What's the plan? I'll travel down to Berderat and inform Radagad and Polmap of the plight we find ourselves in. Word sent to Safalaan and the others in Meiyerditch. I'd appreciate it if you could escort Ivan down to Berderat. Is it going to be a temple trek? Collect some things from Paterdomus first. I'll update Drezel when I'm there. I'll meet you outside the temple on the Canopus side. Okay. See you both at the boathouse in Berderat. I'm going to get some more supplies here. Probably grab a stamina potion. They've been pretty good about modern quest releases, about doing something to make sure that you don't risk losing items in instances. Still want to be cautious about that, just in case. Let's do some brews, just in case I get into an emergency and I don't know what I'm fighting. Need to leave some empty inventory spaces just in case that matters. Back to Canopus. Probably don't need 4 prayer potions. Probably could do with like 2 additional dark crabs maybe next time. Ready to depart when you are. What's our plan? Travel through Mortmire Swamp to Berderat. That's cool if it's basically an up-jumped temple trek. It is an up-jump temple trek. That's awesome. I wonder if it's all scripted encounters. Sure, we can find a way through. This is something I absolutely love about old school RuneScape. Its willingness to use old content that players are familiar with in new content. It's amazing. I'll have to do the same. I wonder if this is randomizer, if it's scripted encounters. This is definitely the same, literally the same map from Temple Trekking. Continue. We don't get any nail beasts, right? Preserve my ears. Oh god. Well, if this is a scripted encounter, it means that Jagex have had a recent reference on how loud and frustrating these things are and still haven't patched it. Seriously, it's if I were to edit this to fast forward it, they're so loud that it's like peaks as though I'm talking. I guess the same as the ACB spec noise. Comparably loud. Oh, are they not dropping? I guess they don't want people to use this to farm Nailbeast snails. So maybe it is a scripted encounter. Because they thought about that. If you have a scripted Nailbeast encounter, just go here and teleport out and get millions of them and make a bunch of Sandfuse serums. Shit, I would do it. Bridge is out. I don't know if this is the one that you farm for... No, I think it's the other one that you farm for the Lumberjack outfit. This quest is really cool. You need an axe equipped. The all of the old school RuneScape exclusive quests have been outstanding. I'm excited for you to see them in the Questscape playthrough once those get edited. Sure you want to continue? We haven't fought vampires yet. Bring the Avandis flail back out. Jeez, Ivan, just do your Mauritania hard dyer and you can just teleport there. Fresh marquee meat. Don't kill Ivan. I don't think I can heal him. Didn't give him any food. Let me make sure I turn on piety here to kill this thing faster. Oh, it's half their health. I thought it was 20% for some reason. Disappear and rejuvenate. Okay, I'm able to give him food directly. That's good to know. Correctly guess that we get vampires. I don't know what else we would encounter. There's the town one here. Oh, okay, that's yeah. Perfect. Another successful journey. Meet you down at the boathouse. And Velief's there already. Let me top back off really quick. Get rid of this stuff here. Probably don't need the bloody bracer. I guess I'll hold on to it just in case. Let me reduce the number of prayer pots I have here. Probably roll with just like 2. I'll do 3 and just play it safe. So not that many. And then let's see. Cash stack in case that comes up again. Martini legs 3. is interesting. I feel like the ability to teleport isn't something that, like, exists in the fiction of the universe. Outside of some specific quests where characters have a special ability to do it, but it's more of a player convenience than something that's going to ever get wrapped into the storytelling. Here we are, likely going to our doom. At least we go together. Touching, but it'll be meaningless. Ever the optimist, aren't you, Veliev? Is everything ready? Radagat's scattered out the graveyard. It's empty for now. Vanescula is probably waiting for all of us to arrive before she makes her move. The Mafia managed to get in contact with them. They'll meet us there. No point delaying the inevitable. We'll hop in the boat once you're ready. We're right behind you. Okay. Graveyard. Bellyap, it's been too long, my friend. Good to see you as well. Meyerkeeper prevail. How are things in Meiyerditch? Dark as ever. Does feel like there's now a glimmer of hope where previously there was only darkness. While more ferocious, the vampires also seem a bit more cautious now. They know we can kill them. They finally know what fear feels like. They once only speak of the Meyerkey in whispers, now they speak of us loudly and with pride. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Over the years, I've come to expect the unexpected. Vanescula Draken herself, we find ourselves in strange times. Yeah, I don't like any of this. I have faith in Melolite, the first human to kill a Vire, and quite the Vire it was. Due consideration by Veliath, and I would like to promote you to the rank of Lieutenant in the Meyerkey. Hey! You've done well. I realize it doesn't mean much, but we wanted to thank you in some way for all your work. And thanks. Great honor. Vanescula is going to be here very soon. Are we ready? Ready as ever. Let's do this. Spooky, scary. Ivan looks like Super Mario. I'm impressed, Veliev. Did fear you'd go and do something silly. Skip the small talk. Why are we here? Fine. Conversing with you is a chore anyway. The reason I gathered you here is because I have an offer for you. Don't deny you've not done a bad job. Killing randoms was no small achievement, but you managed it all the same. You're still no closer to the true prize, Lord Draken. Only with my help do you have any hope of killing my brother. What do you gain from this? Long ago, the land of Mauritania was known as Hallowvale, and it was ruled over by a race of Siradominus called the Icene. Then your brother came along. Hallowvale was taken over by my kind. Lord Draken became ruler of the newly named Mauritania. It was the worst thing that ever happened to us. My brother was a great conqueror, make no mistake, but he's a poor ruler. Oh, he's like Robert Baratheon. Thanks to him, our society is collapsing. You've already been investigating Damien and his not-so-secret arrangement with some of Darkmeyer's nobles. Trying to let most of the nobles die and go back to having a small number of vampires. Give you better than guesses. Every day that goes by, the number of humans in Mauritania decreases. Oh yeah, it's simple math. While this happens, our population continues to grow. We no longer have enough blood to go around. While this happens, our great leader remains absent. Lord Draken never liked to show his face, but these days it's as if he doesn't even exist. He spends months in his chambers, refusing to see anyone. There's once a time when humans and vampires lived together in a great empire. Under my rule, I would see us return to that way of life. Mauritania would become a land of peace and prosperity, with humans and vampires living side by side. Or we just kill both of you. Take Mauritania back for humanity. You could try. If you succeeded, which isn't likely, one of the other vampire lords or ladies would just take over instead. If you want to save your people, my way is the only way. Today, there are many in Darkmeyer who still blindly believe in Lord Draken. It'll be easier for me to take his place if I'm not responsible for his demise. You'd have us become your scapegoats. Is that such a bad thing? The people will consider you heroes. be the ones to finally kill Lord Draken. It'd be interesting if the Lord Draken showdown is in this quest, and then we deal with her or some bigger threat in the Mauritania Grandmaster quest, which I'm sure is coming down the pike. How do we know you won't just kill us once this is done? You don't. Castle Draken's impenetrable. You'll never get inside on your own. This is your only option. It's also worth mentioning I can't have forward any loose ends. If you decline, I'd expect you to leave Mauritania immediately. To stay would have dire consequences for your life expectancy. How do we get into the castle? Pose as my prisoners. I'll escort you to Castle Draken. Your capture will be something even Lawernia will be unable to ignore. And once inside, we kill him. Exactly, a nice and simple plan. Never happy, are you, Veliev? Of course I'm not happy. You expect us to just hop into bed with you? You're the enemy. You always have been and you always will be. Excited to see how the different skills that are prerequisites for this tie into the quest. That's something I've also really enjoyed about Old School RuneScape, that they kind of use skill requirements to craft quests. Appreciate a private chat with Safalaan. Drive me by the mausoleum at the back of the graveyard. There's something we need to discuss. This is growing boringly repetitive, Velia. For the last time, if I wanted you dead, I'd have done it by now. Ella has to go with you. Very well. Okay, cool. Safalaan Hollow. Interesting name, isn't it? Like from Hollowvale? It's common in these parts. It was the name of the old Saradominus rulers. The family of Icean that ruled over Hollowvale were the Hollow family. The name of the region is no coincidence. Surprised your brother didn't have it renamed Drakenvale. Good name, but not his style. Why do you care about my name? Don't you find it odd you share a name with the former royal family? No, it's pretty ordinary. You're far from ordinary, aren't you? Alright, so we've got two characters in the hierarchy that are important. I remember nothing of my childhood. You can thank your friend Vanstrom for that. He always wanted me dead, even back before the hierarchy were a thing. Did your powers stopped him? You know about Safalaan's powers? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's cool, you got the Saradomin symbol here. What is all this? Finish your story. It's starting to seem like you know everything anyway. You're right about my powers. I was able to use them to drive Vanstrom away. It came at a cost, though. I remember nothing of the event, nor of anything that happened in my life before it. Well, they're doing a really good job of tying up loose ends here. Why are we having this conversation? I'm guessing that this questline had a resolution in RS3, so it's really cool that Old School RuneScape is always trying to take these in a different direction. This was once a private graveyard of the Hallow family. Every member of the royal family was buried here. When she was still in power, the ruler of Hallowvale, Queen of Ferrite, which is the name of the ring you can use to use non-silver weapons against vampires, had this mausoleum built. It was constructed to one day house her and her human husband, King of Certes Hollow. Inside you'll find the truth that you've spent your whole life searching for. Stop with these games. To you, my words are just that, words. Inside this mausoleum lies something far more reliable. Proof. Door's locked. We'll need to unlock it. Does this require thieving for this? Ensure that the total value of each row and column equals the number at the end. So like a Sudoku puzzle? Oh, interesting. That's cool. Two. No diagonals, though. Okay. Let's make it 6. This is a cool puzzle. I'm a fan. So there's only so many ways for me to make 8, right? Maybe this one doesn't have 5 in it. 4, 3, 1, maybe? Six. Can't. I guess I gotta make 5 of this, right? That to be 10. That's 6. This one needs to be 7 total. Oh, I can't make that now with the ones I've already selected. So ones that are 10. How many ways can I make 10? I think if I do one line, that the rest of it has to follow through in a certain way in order for the puzzle to be solvable, right? So this one has to be 4, which it's already too late for me to get it to be 4 without fucking up the rest of the puzzle. So if that's 1, actually this looks like this might be possible. Oh no, it won't be because this row isn't going to get me to 13. I guess 13 is the toughest one. 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Okay, I don't think there's too many ways for me to make 13, so let's start with the right side here and delete everything else. I think that's the only way to make 13. So the rest of the puzzle should come from there. I think if you like start from the highest number and then work down, maybe that's a way to get there. If this is 5, then I have 2 ways to make 8. We'll try this one first. That's a way to make 6. It's a way to make 10 at the bottom there. It's a way to make 10 there. It's a way to make 6 there. This needs to be 7, so there's 7. Solved! Wonderful. That was a cool puzzle. I'm glad I didn't just have a wiki to tell me which ones to click. There's a plaque on the coffin. I didn't notice the 13 at first, or I would have started with that. It reads, "Here lies Larina Hollow, beloved daughter of Ferrite and Acertes Hollow." My god. Faithful sister of Safalaan Hollow. Nani? Sorry, Safalaan, but it's true. You are the half-human, half-Isaean son of Queen of Ferrite Hollow. Isaean. Realize there's a lot to take in. Zoom was built for a Ferrite and Acertes, for my mother and father, but they're not here. Where are they, Vanescula? No more games. I know why you've done this. You don't care for me. You're just trying to manipulate me. My support in killing your brother, you will have it. But you must tell me, where are my parents? The war for this land was long and bloody. We were winning, but with heavy losses. Lord Draken didn't mind. He was a hunter and a warrior. In his eyes, there was no death more noble than one in battle. Lady didn't share that view and wanted the war to be over. Reynos was one of them. He managed to infiltrate a Ferrite's castle. Once inside, he captured her father. Ferrite surrendered the same day. Lord Draken's camp alone and willingly handed herself in, hoping that the king would be freed in exchange for her. Good for her. Like that stories about this powerful queen, right? And her basically consort king husband. We suffered heavy losses in the war. We needed a way to quickly restore our numbers. And purification was the answer. Your father was the first of many to go through the process. Oh shit. Turn him into a vampire, you monsters. Expect him to believe you're not just like him. Can't control what you believe, but I'm not the enemy here. After you had your way with him, what became of my father? He still lives to this day under a different name. Ooh. Vanstrom Klaus! Done it! Reason to believe you. But he was the king, holy shit. Have the support of the Meiyerditch if you want Lord Draken dead. I ask only one thing. When the time comes, I need to be the one to kill him. He'll pay for what he's done to me and my family. So be it. Form the rest of your group. He's informed the others for me, of course. 1 second. Both of you leave. I need some time alone. To ask you something. Tell your companions about Safalaan's decision. Get going. Yes, yes. Safalaan's decided he wants to work with Vanescula. She showed him the truth about his family. That seemed to convince him. Didn't agree with the decision? Vanescula doesn't strike me as someone that fails to consider every detail of a plan. He must have spotted the clear holes in the scheme to kill her brother. Her plan detailed getting us in and killing her brother. There's no mention of getting us out again. Just killed the ruler of Mauritania. The vampires will be public enemy number 1. I reckon that she'll kill us all as soon as her brother's out of the picture. Let's see what the others think. Ivan, I'm pondering what Vanescula told us about Calcidio. I understand why Velia fled at the time. We were on the brink of defeat. Without a bit of hope, we'd have probably never made it to this point. We don't need that false hope anymore. We have real hope. A taste of hope, even. Rhinus Draken's dead. Rhinus can die, so can the rest. Lorneal's days are numbered. You're angry at Veliath? No, he did what he believed was right. In the end, that's all any of us can do. What do you feel about Vanescula's plan? It's dangerous, but so what? We're the Meiyerditch. Danger's what we do. I say go for it. You have my support. Bertita, Meiyerditch prevail. What's going on? We learned that Safalaan's actually Prince of Mauritania. Why, Sarah Doman? Is he okay? That's quite the sudden discovery. Safalaan longer than anyone. When Vanstrom attacked him, he lost his memory. I was the one that found him. When it's Darth Vader Daddy attacked him. Trust Safalaan. He's made some mistakes, sure, but he's a good leader, and I know he wouldn't have made his choice lightly. Tell him he has my support all the way on this. Vanescula knows a lot about Safalaan. No, it can't be. Are you sure this isn't a trick? It adds up. What else could explain his strange abilities? I'm guessing people theorized this a long time ago. Safalaan's father still lives, but as a Vanstrom Klaus. Can't trust Vanescula. Alright, so 2 of them are against it, 2 of them are for it. Vampires are the enemy, and she's a vampire. Took an unnecessary risk back in Meiyerditch with Serafina. Look how that turned out. One's dead because of that risk. Andes and I grew up together. Before Safalaan found us, he was all I had, but now he's gone and nothing to do will ever bring him back. Do you blame Safalaan? This could be our only chance to kill Lord Draken. Surely that makes the risk necessary. I want to believe that. I just don't know if I'm ready to lose any more friends. Oh, he's actually joining us. I thought he was going to be opposed to it. Interesting. Lost his best friend. It's now 2 potentially gay characters in old school RuneScape. Kale Forshaw, if that's what they were implying, and but who was it? One of the characters in Song of the Elves. Safalaan's decided he wants to work with Vanescula. Song of the Elves one was a lot more obvious because it mentions that he has a husband. Good decision, if you ask me. Here's how I see it. Vanescula is right. We can't kill her brother without her help. I feel like there's a but coming on. Once the deed is done, we have no further need of her. We'll kill her as well, and Mauritania is finally freed of that wretched family. If we kill her, another vampire will just take her place. Of course she said that. She needs us to believe that we need her, otherwise her whole plan is done for. Think about it. Lord Draken is supposedly the most powerful vampire in existence. What vampire would dare cross the humans that killed him? Evil in Mauritania once and for all. I wanted to ask you something. Just anyone else that wants me to talk to. Let's see. Holmafi and Beliaf. Oh, they're the ones that said no originally. If you change your mind about working with Vanescula, we're gonna get it. Oh, that's cool. So some of them have new ideas that are changing their mind. That's cool. So your brother said we should kill Vanescula as well. An interesting proposal. Do you think we should do it? We can kill Lord Draken, we can kill her. He's meant to be the most powerful vampire around. Still fear it's a trap. Perhaps your best move now is to spring the trap. You've convinced me. I'll support Safalaan. Where is this relative to Darkmeyer? Southeast of the Theater of Blood. You thought any more about working with Vanescula? All the others have agreed to the plan. It's just you. All of them? But why? They all have their reasons. They must know we can't trust her. They do know that. No intention of abandoning the others to their fate. Fine. Looks like we all die together. We should tell that vampire that we're in. Seems you've managed to convince us. Well done. What must we do? If you want any hope of defeating my brother, you'll need the proper weaponry. We have weaponry. We have the Avandis flail. Not a bad weapon, but not ideal for taking on Lord Draken. He'll snap it in 2 before you have a chance to use it. I'd say it worked well enough on Rannis, but apparently Lord Draken is more powerful than Rannis was. Take my advice. You made that weapon using research from the Hamalchemy laboratory. Who was it that helped you find that laboratory? Sarius Guile, your servant. Did you send her? Oh. I think she would have dared interact with you without my consent. I don't know much of the laboratory myself. It was Rannis that set it up. Do you suspect it might have more secrets for us to discover? Find research notes. Find a way to upgrade the weapon. Safalaan wants to join me. It's in Sector 6 of Meiyerditch, just southeast of the Dale. I don't really remember how to get to it. I might have to pull up that quest guide. Trying to remember my easiest way to get into Meiyerditch proper. I think it's that I need to get captured by one of the Firewatch. To select talk to, right? Oh, I've got an idle notifier turned on. Let me disable it real quick. So I have to find a Firewatch that could teleport me to the mine here. I'll see. This one, maybe. Hello? Send me to the mines. The beer and kebab. Give a spare pick. I need to get 15 to be able to get out of here or something like that. It may have been faster since I have no inventory space for me to just run through Meiyerditch, but I don't remember how to get through it. You can go food sack. That took a while. That would be the kind of thing I'd normally fast forward, but whatever. There being a specific building shape not far south from here. Maybe I can find it. Wait, no. The lab, I'm thinking about going to the main building. Thinking more about the lab itself. It might be that ladder there. Let me check. I should know this from a previous quest. Meiyerditch. Markiana Laboratory. It's up to the north. It's this building in the top right corner, it looks like. Oh, maybe it was this tapestry. Yeah, I was trying to head to the Meiyerditch hideout. That's the one I didn't remember. Good to see you. Glad you made it safely. Haven't taken it all in yet. It feels strange. I feel like I should mourn, but how do I mourn a family I can't even remember? Vanstrom is my greatest enemy and may well be my only remaining family. Is there anything left to it? Certes now. Is part of him still in there, buried away? Job is to lead the Meiyerditch. Here, some of them are already starting to doubt me. Be able to access more of the laboratory through the doors to the south. They were damaged and couldn't be opened up, but I think I managed to fix them up. Oh, cool. I didn't know you had a knack for construction. One of my hidden talents. You'd make a great builder. Interesting to think how different our lives could have been. I could have been training construction. Shall we get going then? Cutscene. Oh, there's new enemies in here. Bloodbuilds? Look out! I see into 170 damage to a Bloodbuild. Nice. That seemed unnecessary, dude. Just a regular Bloodbuild. I like this theme now, right? The variant of one we've heard before. Like when they do that. Crawling hands. Are you alright? What happened? You're attacked by some bloodbuilds. You use your powers to kill one. What good are powers if I have no control over them? What happens if I lose control? Will I lose my memory like that time with Vanstrom, or will I do something worse? Yeah, this whole song is a variant of a different song. That's cool. I think it's the song that plays in the Slayer Tower. That must be why we need to have Slayer 50 in order to kill that Bloodveld. For the research we came for. Now you're an old timer. You need me to do all the work. Poor Pack can't take it. I'm sure you'll manage, though. Be back soon. Fishing rod, logs. Those are weird things to have in here. Very specific things. Does it want us to fish for something? Lost, otherwise why would they be in here, right? Use fishing rod on swamp. Bookshelf. Search the bookshelf, but you find nothing of interest. This is the first time I've ever done a sequence like this before with no guide. Okay. Definitely can't use the fishing rod anywhere here, that's obvious. Guessing one of these crawling hands is going to have a drop or something that we're going to need. want to mess with them just yet, though. It's a pretty big facility down here. I'm impressed. Oh, is this a essence? So this is an altar? Rune altar? To what, I wonder? Mysterious ruins. There's a powerful presence about these ruins. Coffins. Inscriptions are worn away and unreadable. Search skeleton. Find a note by the skeleton which you take. He stabbed me. He actually stabbed me. I'll read through this and summarize it. Mine out some new caves north of the laboratories. Oh, this might be where you get Dale Essence. Find ourselves in a large chamber full of coffins and gravestones. Some strange ruins getting on a weird light. On the floor before them sat a strange talisman and a dagger. Talisman and the dagger and walked towards me. Stabbed me in the chest. As I fell to the floor, I saw him run out of the chamber and head off through the unexplored tunnels. It's a little story of how my end came to me. Seal this place. There's a darkness that should remain hidden. Okay. So go get the talisman and the dagger. That's what I'm hearing. I'm guessing this dungeon is where we find out why this quest has the skill prerequisites that it has, right? See what's down this long ass passageway. Just be glad I brought this huge full stamina potion. Oh hey, it's... I think we've seen that room before. Spiked coffin. It's an ancient coffin with a strange rod fused to the top. Oh, I think we have been here before. This is where we got the Avandis rod. I guess this is just a shortcut now, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely... We've been here before. This is underneath Canifis. I guess they're just giving us a shortcut here. That's interesting. Run down this long hallway again. I guess this is convenient because it's an easy way to get back to Meiyerditch now that this is opened up. Alright, looks like there's another hallway they could have run down. I'm gonna find the daggers somewhere else in here, maybe. Let me see if the quest text has any ideas. Bunch of logs. Bookshelf. Search the bookshelf to find nothing of interest. It's the second one that's had nothing of interest. Broken equipment tape. Broken range. Another bookshelf. Search it to find nothing of interest. Trying to mouse over everything to see if I'm missing anything. Mark the ones that I already looked at, I guess. Logs are going to be for something. Figure out what those are all about. I already checked this bookshelf, but I'll double check really quick. Ooh, alchemy research on the bookshelf. Perfect. Safalaan will know what to do with it. Okay. Any luck? Found some from alchemy research. Here you go. Better get back to the graveyard. See you soon. I think I have to go back to Bergerat for that. Let's see what the quest says. Turn with the others. Okay. Interesting. The stuff with the note might be relevant later on, or it might just be fun flavor quest context. Maybe they're setting up that rune altar to be available for some new kind of rune in the future. Interesting stuff. Oh, let me stop at the mouse and refill my run energy and stuff. Word boat. What's the plan, Safalaan? With your arrogance, what makes you so sure we won't kill you once your brother's dead? Oh, you could try. No doubt it will end well for you. Lighten up. No sense of humor at all. I, too, am aware of my own weakness and how you could exploit them. Take on Lord Draken. I don't intend to be alone. I have many supporters amongst the vampires of Darkmeyer. Your small group against all of us? The fight would be brief. Tried honor before. Decided it wasn't for me. Honor matters not if you're dead. Good to see you made it back okay. The research you recovered has confirmed something I long suspected. Queen of Ferrite was a renowned botanist. She used this to her advantage many times during the war, breeding all kinds of plant life to use against us. One of these plants was the blisterwood tree. I see it used the sap of the tree to create poisons that were deadly to vampires. Does this let me look at the quest requirements. I'm just curious which ones they haven't covered yet. Okay, so we did Slayer. Still have to do wood cutting. Bark of the blisterwood tree can be used to create weapons that are deadly to my kind. When chopped away, the wood of the tree is alive. It shifts and grows in unpredictable ways, rendering our immunities useless. The work you've already done has potential. See no need to completely discard it. Use wood from the blisterwood tree to enhance the weapons you already have. And combined with this wood, I imagine the flail of yours would be quite effective. I have no need to kill you. Where do we find it? Only one tree and a fairy tale's old arboretum in the middle of Darkmeyer. Hey, let's go to Darkmeyer. We have no hope of getting in there. Vanescula can get some wood for us. Do you think I have any intention of touching a tree that can kill vampires? Darkmeyer isn't as impenetrable as you might think. I know of a way you can get in, but first you need a disguise. Luckily for us, my kind have shape-shifting abilities. Many vampires, such as myself, prefer to take on human form. Trader Sven sells Firewatch disguises. We've used them in the past. I need you looking less like a Firewatch and more like a nope. A Firewatch disguise from Trader Sven. Once you have the disguise, we need to scent it. We'll discuss once you have it. Okay. I think I can get there. Hooray, bird teleport. You stop at the bank and deposit some stuff here. I might not need the Draken's medallion anymore, but I guess we'll see. Definitely don't need the fishing rod or the logs. I guess I'll deposit this note for now, just in case it comes up later. And I have the cash I need. So we still need to do something with agility, crafting, fletching. We're about to do wood cutting with this tree. Guessing crafting is upgrading the Firewatch costume. Needle and thread, something. Oh, I could have just taken the boat. I'm a dummy. Should have kept this item in my bank for 1,500 hours or however long I've had originally had the Firewatch outfit. Trader Sven. Oh god, I hope he doesn't have an actual stock that I have to worry about with other players. Okay, I think we're fine. Firewatch top, legs, shoes, right? Old Man Rouse basement in southern Meiyerditch. I think that's close to over here, that's right. It's gonna have me bring in more things. Cover some research, needed to improve our weaponry. I need to infiltrate the city of Darkmeyer, I need a disguise. Better be careful. Need to look like a vampire noble. Do you have a Firewatch disguise with you? Yes, I do. Hand it over and I'll get to work. Oh, it's material for some spares. Or in the chest if you need it. I need to be scented with vampire blood first, okay. I wonder how fletching is going to be relevant. This is actually increasing the minimum requirements for the quest cape because of the fletching requirement. I think everything else is lower than other quests. It's interesting that fletching is such an easy skill and had such a low minimum quest requirement before. Do you have the disguise? I have it here. I need to scent the disguise. I need to have a keen sense of smell and will quickly notice an imposter if they don't smell right. Scent it with the blood of a Vire. Vire, what shall not do? You need to blend it with the nobles. Blood of a noble. The lords and ladies of Darkmeyer don't interact with any rabble. Give us some of your blood. Oh dear, Velia, you misunderstand. So that my blood is too recognizable. That's gonna be Damien. That makes sense. They've done a good job of setting up the fact that we're not supposed to like him. And that they have a problem with him. Maybe outside the church and sleep. Oh, okay, I didn't get rid of the medallion. I thought I did. Use the boat to quickly get to sleep. Oh, thanks. Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because we've upgraded the Vandus flail now with an emerald and a ruby, or an emerald and a sapphire. I'm guessing we're going to do a ruby next. Probably should have one on me just in case. I just noticed a bunch of people holding them with the blue and green. Get more stamina pot and upgrade my super combat potions later. Probably could just bring a regular super combat, saving some inventory space. Eliaf, what's up? Damien needs to be dealt with. Damien's hiding in the manor. He doesn't seem to have increased his security since Kroy's death. Becoming notorious among vampires. Get into the dungeon. Let's do this. Yo! Oh, that's cool. He's got an Avandus flail too, because of course he does. Only a matter of time before you showed up. Remember when we commanded respect, your kind would cower in fear at the sight of us. Or Darkmeyer, have no fear. Your followers have all run away. I was their savior. When our great leaders abandoned us, I kept them fed. Have to see what you're really made of. Rombook, you'll support me. Oh, rude. Oh, that's cool. He's got Protect from Magic on. Oh shit, poison. Well, I didn't think that was going to be a thing. So we brought food. Cool new boss music. Attacks seem to have a reduced effect on Damien. Stamp out magical fire. I see. That's clever. I love that the NPC has Protect from Magic. That's really cool. It's a neat way to convey which prayer you should use without having to read the quest guide, right? So it can only be used on vampire juveniles or juvenites. Got him. Nice. I think it said something about putting blood in my disguise. Just trying to remove prayers. Got what you need? Looks like it. Meet you back at the graveyard. See you there. Fire noble stuff. Cool. Stop the Bird Bank, get another stamina potion, replace, still got a super combat. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively grab a ruby. Well, no, I'll wait till the game tells me what it wants me to bring. Word boat. This quest is super sight readable so far. I got a little bit stuck in the laboratory, but it wasn't a big deal and wasn't something that was completely unreasonable to figure out, right? Vanescula. Two of my brothers, now Damien as well. Quite the body count here, I'm missing. Two of your brothers? He also killed their younger brother, Draenor. Nice. That was a long time ago. Vampire Slayer? I think that's already been in the Questcape playthrough that's on YouTube so far. Great Count Draenor. He loved his stupid titles. He was weak even before he got trapped on the wrong side of the Sev. A coward as well. There's a reason Lord Draken had him banished. I do have a finished disguise. That disguise, you should be able to enter Darkmeyer. A small weakness in the southern wall. Crack in Sector 6 of Meiyerditch, just north of the Dale Mine. Should be just big enough for you to squeeze through as long as you haven't recently eaten in excess of fakes. Why hasn't the crack been filled in? Got bigger worries than cracks in walls. Why would any human even consider entering Darkmeyer? My kind's not known for treating humans well. Don't expect us to kill my brother and then have a big party. It'll be work, but given time, the work will pay off. Can use this crack to enter Darkmeyer? What then? Need to get to our Farate's Arboretum in the middle of the city. The city architects gave it a facelift to help it blend in. Still impossible to miss. Chop some logs from the blisterwood tree. You'll need enough to arm everyone, so 8 logs in total. Don't let your true identity be exposed. Keep your disguise on. And a suitable name. Your name is Hamar Nightshade. You see many things you consider undesirable while in Darkmeyer, especially where your kind are concerned. But you may be tempted to get involved. Don't. Stay in character no matter what. Hierarchy prevail. Okay. 8 logs. I think I now know that there's a shortcut via the basement. Oops. Just gonna stick to the Ceradoman brews here. Save some inventory space. I don't think I need this bloody bracer, but I'll deposit it just in case. See, it says I've got 10 free inventory slots. I have to bring a axe with me, though. That's 9. That should be enough. Okay, so we want to go to Canifis, take the shortcut I found. I'm actually glad I got lost in that basement because it tells me there's an easier way to get back there than having to go through the annoying Dale Mine. This is trapdoor right here, if I recall correctly. Just walking around with the one weapon that can destroy vampires, no problem, guys. Nothing to be stressed out about. Oh wait, maybe I confuse this with another area. Let's see. This is their original hideout, right? Is there another cave near here or something? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's wrong too. Shit. I thought I popped out near this thing. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, that's right, with the scratches on the walls. Okay. Probably a comparable total time to just doing the daylight mine, but I'd rather not. So I'm guessing we're going to have to fletch the wood from the tree to put on the Avandis flail. That would explain why fletching is included. Question then is crafting? Where does crafting fit in? We also need attack and magic, but I assume that whenever there's combat prerequisites, it's just because they expect the fights to be difficult. Excuse you. Yeah, this is a pretty long walk. Maybe this doesn't really count as a shortcut. North of the Dale Mine. Weakness in the wall up here somewhere. This wall here, maybe? Enter cracked wall, nice. Okay, looking for the Arboretum. Don't mess around with anyone in you. Look at anyone, don't talk to anyone. Assume there's like a tree icon? Yeah, there it is. Remus. Let's talk to this person. They seem important. What are you looking for? You. Why? Why not? Guess it's weird though. It's their lips. Okay. I think this is the Arboretum up here. A lot of cool stuff here. Yeah, there's the blisterwood tree. Universe Bellamorta. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a bank. I will stop there. What do you want? I want access to my bank account. No, no, no. Why? Newcomers aren't allowed to use the bank. Come back once you've earned our trust. Okay. What are you doing? Try to enter the Arboretum. Well, you can't. Why not? Nobody can go in the Arboretum. Someone must be allowed in? Who are you? Amar Nightshade, I'm new here. No one can go into the Arboretum by order of the Draken family themselves. Why do you want to go in anyway? Do you actually care? No, but I have a job. What will it take to let me in? You want money? I have no need for your money. Something I need doing. Get it done for me and I'll grant you access. It's a juvenile who's meant to deliver something to me. He hasn't shown up. Find him and tell him that Desmodus Laserius is getting impatient. Some slaves. You heard of Gataranks? Oh yeah, we got the Gatterhammer from him. Went and got himself killed by the Meiyerditch. Vance owed me a favor, so he agreed to let me have his wife and child. Yikes. Got a problem? No. Morden Nikaze, somewhere in the lowest tier of the city. See if I can find him. Assume lowest tier is... This looks like that's the lowest the way I came in. Check that out. Morden and something. Character names turned on. It's Mort Nightshade. He's got the same last name as I do. Wonder if there's dialogue about that. I don't want to get kicked out though, because it's a pain to come back here. Still, oh, there he is, Morden Nikaze. Cool. What do you want? Are you Morden? Desmodus sent me. Great, just what I need. He wants his slaves. When are you planning to deliver them? I'm not. He won't be getting his slaves. I sold them to someone else. Why? I'm starving, that's why. You lords and ladies haven't noticed yet, but you will soon enough. Only a matter of time before you all run out of blood, too. Recover those slaves. Who do you sell them to? Don't waste your time, you won't get them back. Sell them to the Lord Alexei Jovka, one of the most powerful vampires in the city. Where can I find him? Upper part. He has a prison north of the Arboretum. Okay. Fine. It's probably somewhere up here, I'm guessing. What's his name again? Alexei. Oh, Gataranks. Yeah, I see him now. Hello, is your name Gataranks? You doing okay? It's kind of dark that just eating Gataranks' family, right? Jay isn't like the rest of your lot. He keeps us well looked after. He's taking care of you? Nice bed, good food, clean clothes. All he asks in return is a bit of blood from time to time. Lovely guy. What are you doing? Just talking to the prisoners? Oh, are they going to kick me all the way out? Oh, here it is, Lord Alexei. This is fire, my lord. They're causing trouble. Who are you? I really like the way they've managed to do new quests, but kept the style of the original old school RuneScape. Like, it's kind of a cool aesthetic. The, like, 2020 take on 2007 era graphics. Why are you here? These prisoners of yours are promised to Desmodus Laserius. Who? A guard at the Arboretum. He's a nobody. These prisoners are mine. I paid for them. It's nice here. We'd like to stay. Oh, Vance from Klaus. Uh-oh. He knows what I look like. It's now protocol for the head of the Firewatch to come in and investigate every disturbance? The king, apparently? I'm guessing that's not what happens. Advance from Klaus is not the king in RuneScape 3. I'm guessing he's the father when we say the sins of the father. Is Lord Draken really so interested in my business that he's now having you spy on me? Lord Draken doesn't care about you. What's happening here? This fire is trying to steal my prisoners. I know those humans. That's the Gatteranx family. They don't belong to you. These prisoners belong to Desmodus. Hey, thanks, Vanstrom. Maybe a lord, but you still answer to the Draken family. That means you also answer to me. I don't care about you or your weird tendencies. You there, Vire, yeah? Turn to Desmodus and tell him that his prisoners are on their way. Okay, good. Your voice sounds familiar. What's your name? Amar Nightshade. I'm new here. Turn and face me. Let me get a good look at you. Turn and face me. I will not ask again. Oh, hey! How lucky we got interrupted. Lady Vanescula has urgent need of you. Thanks, Vanescula. Saving the day. Sort my slaves out. It's all dealt with. They'll be with you soon. Maybe you're not as useless as you look. Don't tell anyone I let you in. Arboretum has its own music. Interesting. Chop the tree. Bark of the tree is too hard for your axe to cut through. You need to soften it somehow. Huh. Oh, I like that it's like bound. Oh, that's really cool looking. Just soften it somehow. Okay. Everyone's dropping their loot to have room for the logs, presumably. I got warned on how many they needed. Search shelves. Note on the shelves. Made some notes you may find useful. Okay, this is long, I'll summarize it. Tree can't be killed, it can be at least weakened. With the right amount of water, the bark of the tree will grow so hard it will become impossible to chop logs or collect saps. Sap, excuse me. 2 valves can be used to control how much water the tree receives. The northern one gives 7 gallons per interval. Oh no. The tree to be healthy, it requires 51 gallons. 7 and 4. So it's like... Hold on. I need 51. So if I did 7 times 5, 6... 49 is too many. 42 is too many because it won't get me to 51. 35 is too many. 28 is too many. Pull up my calculator. Let's see what happens here. Oh. That wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was a certain number of turns. per interval. Okay, so it is a multiplication thing. It has to be a odd number. Unless we're supposed to make it be less than 51, right? You just soften it. This is 14 plus 12 is 36. This is 21 plus... Or I was actually plus 8, I was wrong. This is plus 12. 21 plus 12 is 33. Still not right. Let me hide chat here. I don't want to get any hits. 28 plus 12. 30, 40. 28 plus 16, I think is 54, which is too many, right? Maybe I'm subtracting from a maximum value. Maybe I'm guessing they want us to get to the exact total, right? Should be 51 minus 35, and then 4 is 16. That should be 51, right? Hey, there we go. Awesome. It was exactly as simple as it appeared to be. I thought it was going to be more complicated. Creepy looking logs. I dig it. 8 blisterwood logs. Okay. See if the quest text says to go back to the graveyard. Okay, cool. Cian graveyard. Do you have the logs? I have them here. Did it go okay? It was close at times, but I managed it. Everything with your little run with Vance Sherman. Good job. I had Sirius keep an eye on you. Spying on me? Oh yeah, that's right, because she showed up to save the day. Where's Safalaan? He needed a walk. I told him not to, but he insisted he'd be fine. Get these weapons, man. Giving your friend Vertita the required information, he'll show you what to do. Take the logs with you. Okay. Meiyerditch. Just assuming I'm going to the same guys down there in the base, right? Old Man Rawl's basement, yep. Got it. Maybe the trapdoor actually extends like below the ground. Bertita. And be bringing us some logs. Do you have them? They're here. Can I have 7 of them? Here you go. Using these logs to make blisterwood sickles. That's what most of us will be using in the battle. You'll be able to swap out the sickle on your flail for a blisterwood one. Blisterwood flail. I like the sound of that. How do we make these sickles? A blessed silver sickle. We've got plenty in the crate over there. Take your blessed sickle and use a chisel to embed a ruby in it. Okay, it does use a ruby. It's too bad you don't have them all on the flail at the same time. That's what I thought they were going for with upgrading it. Enchant the ruby sickle using a ruby enchant spell. That's why we need magic, okay. Use a knife to combine your sickle with the blisterwood logs. Okay. Supposed to be a crate with sickles here. So it said, combine my Avandis flail with a blisterwood sickle. Take a blessed silver sickle, add a ruby, enchant it, and combine it with blisterwood logs. Okay. So I got a knife, a chisel, a ruby, cosmic runes. I think that's all I need. Craft a ruby sickle, yes. Embed the ruby into the sickle. Then I need to enchant it. You enchant the ruby sickle. And then I use that on my flail. Still has bloom, let's go. Knife, it said. Craft a blisterwood sickle, yes. Combine the components into a blisterwood sickle. Oh, now I should just combine it. Create a blisterwood flail, yes. That's cool. Nice. Oh, and it gives me the emerald sickle back. Okay, I don't think I have any need for it, but I'll bank it just in case. Okay, cool. Let me see if it wants me to go back. Turn to the others of the graveyard. Okay. I'm glad I got these Mauritania legs 3. Gonna be annoying to have to manually get back to Bergerot every time without him. I have most of the endgame teleports at this point in the game. What's the deal with the blisterwood flail? Oh, we don't know the stats yet, do we? Interesting. Back to the graveyard. Does it have a new special attack, I wonder? It's a save, okay. So you have your weapon. I'm prepared. And you took the logs of the others? I did indeed. We are ready. Safalaan's not back yet. Do you know where he went? There's a path just north of the graveyard. He went for a walk in that direction. Don't take too long. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can cast spells with it. That's kind of cool. Will they keep it on accurate? Hey dude, what's up? What's up? After all these years of fighting, all these years of running, it all ends today, one way or another. You seem troubled? I guess that makes two of us. Well, I asked first. Do you remember Gadaranx, the human that worked with the Vanstrom? Didn't you and Viliat kill him? We did. Before he died, he helped us. In return, he asked us to help his family. Found them in Darkmeyer. They're in a prison. The vampire that owned it looked after his tithes. They're not there anymore, though, thanks to me. Another vampire has them now, one that I imagine won't show them any kindness. Assume you had no choice? No. It's the only way for me to get into the Arboretum. That doesn't change what I did, though. Broke my promise to a dying man. A man that worked for the vampires, because he had no other choice. Vanstrom would have killed his family otherwise. Make the hard choices to spare our friends from having to. Yeah, I do like, they have a really consistent tone in the Mauritania quest line. I don't know which Mauritania quests are new to old school RuneScape. I assume this is one of the first ones. Your turn. Possible we'll encounter Vanstrom today. Is there anything left of the man he once was? Does the process of vampirification destroy everything that makes us human? It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer rules. The whole order was built upon hope. A taste of hope. Still cling on to some hope for him. Is that wrong? It's rarely wrong to hope. Just delaying the inevitable. Time to end it. Thank you for everything. It's been a pleasure. Let's return to the others. Okay. Looks like everything's ready. Here's what's going to happen. From here, I'll teleport our group to the Darkmeyer Arboretum. There we'll join with some Vyres loyal to me. Take our group to Castle Draken as our prisoners. Once inside, my Vyres will ensure no one enters while we deal with my brother. Once Lord Draken's dead, I'll teleport you all back here again. I'll announce his death to my kind and take his place as ruler of Mauritania. From there, we'll start to build our new kingdom together. Okay, I think I might be okay on gear since this is a master level quest, but I'll be ready to teleport out if things don't go well. Once you're ready, let us know. Okay, I'll go ahead and prep then. May as well. I honestly have no idea what I should be bringing here. It seems like I can get away with just melee gear since I went to all this trouble to make this flail. I guess I'll just bring more healing type stuff. A lot of the Bergerot legs, I guess. Probably don't need stamina potion, almost certainly don't need gold. Don't think I need the Vyre Noble stuff, but because they're going to teleport us there. Or Draken's Medallion. Hopefully that'll be enough. It's a lot of healing. My stats are really high from doing Diary Cape stuff, so if this is just supposed to be a master quest and you're supposed to have 50 attack, I'm sure this is over-preparing. Grandmaster quests, on the other hand, no spoilers, but they're pretty brutal. Especially at minimum stats. I guess I should clarify, probably already know this from me mentioning it earlier, but everything that's in my inventory and in my bank, stuff that I've earned, I have not bought anything from the Grand Exchange since a long time ago. Did a couple purchases in the Westgate playthrough that I paid back eventually, that we will all get paid back eventually. Ready to deal with my brother. I'm ready. Fire Keep Prevail. Well, these characters. It's a cool cutscene. What's going on here? Hey, It's the father who did all the sins. Here with a gift from my brother. That's the Meyer key. All the Meyer key. I don't understand how. Efforts were valiant, Manstrom, but alas, they were unsuccessful. I decided to take matters into my own hands, using a new tactic. I negotiated with them, convinced them that I was on their side. After that, bringing them in was trivial. Seems too good to be true. We could actually see Lord Draken. Whoa. Oh, he's pretty cool looking. I remember when I was young, our father would take me out into the woods hunting. That was where I truly discovered what it means to be alive. The constant fear, the knowledge that if you fail, your life may well be over. But at the same time, the thrill of the chase of conquest. One day, he decided to bring my sister along. He felt it was time for her to develop her own taste for the hunt. She was a natural, raw talent I had never seen before. I like that they're building up Lord Draken to be pretty nasty. Many things she excelled at, but lying, Vanescula? Oh, this is... I like the way they've shot this. They've gotten good at cutscenes. Lying was never one of your talents. What is the cause of this latest betrayal? How is it I have displeased you this time? Because they have to set up for the Grandmaster quest, right? Needs to be one in Mauritania for sure. You've been gone too long, brother. While you spend your days hidden away lamenting about that stupid rock, our kind suffer. Out there in your city, they're starving. There's not enough blood to go around. Something has to change or we're doomed. She's just gonna, like, nuke her instantly or something? Spent your years engrossing yourself in culture and aristocracy, pretending to be something you're not. In that time, you forgot something. I am Lawerniel Verdidiad Draken. Vergidiad? Play your game of politics. You do not do so because you're smarter than me. You weave your words and make your schemes. You're not getting the better of me. You do these things only because I allow it, and you will end because I demand it. Your plots are so insignificant to me, I don't even care to pay attention to them. You have my attention, and you'll be reminded of what it means to cross the Lord of Vampirium. Oh, cool. No! It's an insta-gibber. Let's get him. No, wait. Oh, did he just fucking kill all of them? Holy shit. Wow. I love that about old school RuneScape. They are willing to fucking kill characters, and they are dead when it happens. There's only been one character that's been resurrected so far. Are you still loyal? Deal with the rest of this. My sister and I have much to discuss. I like that he's not finishing her off. It's leaving a cool thread for the Grandmaster quest. This is awesome. Long waited for this day, the day the Meiyerditch finally die. Be no hellhounds or abominations this time. Deal with you myself. Hey! Revenge on Klaus. Nice. It's me and Safalaan, his son. Oh well, Safalaan Hollow. How long I have wished to end your pitiful life. This isn't who you really are. You've had a life before all this. A life as a Certes Hollow, my father. Think back to those days. Think to what you used to be. You talk too much. Nice. Shall we begin? Probably check for magic, right? Pencil feast on your corpse. Summons a blood bill. Acidic blood bill. Oh god. Covering your armor in corrosive acid. Okay, we need to run away from the blood bills. Big boss health bar. Darkness emanates. Okay, that's a runaway attack. Man, this fight would be really hard if I didn't have these stats so high. If I was fighting it at the minimum. Getting some big hits here, that's nice. That's the feast on your corpse. Run away! I like trap him on... God, I think I'm supposed to range those, that makes sense. Or even just have like a little spell on me, like some mind runes or something, since you can cast spells with this staff. The adds in Hispori. Oh, the effects of the acid wear off. Okay, I guess those aren't included in Runelight yet. Magical Blood Orb. Increases the damage of his magical attacks. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I was able to step on it to reduce his attack power there. I don't have to just beat him before I run out of supplies here. Don't miss! Stop missing! You think he could beat me that easily? Oh, he's got a phase 2. You can survive this. Oh god, that's an attack. Just gonna have to like move constantly and avoid this shit? Jesus. That's pretty cool. As long as I'm not standing on a square with one of them, I think I'm okay. Yeah, it's not like adjacent squares matter, it looks like. Shit, I was standing in one. Get out! Get out! Finish him off before you run out of supplies. This would be a fight without these stats. It would be very doable, I think, but... Jesus. Get out. Oh my god, that attack comes off so fast. Get out. Oh god. I think I hit it in time. No, I died! Veliath has retrieved your items. You can collect them from in the Icene graveyard. Shit, that's a cool, hard fight. Alright, I need to better prep for it this time. Bring some kind of spell to kill the Blood Velvet and see how much health it had. Needed to be faster with my teleport that time. Good thing I had some extra Mauritania legs. Just sure I need money to get my shit back. Let's see. Those lightning bolts fire off really quickly. I should have brought teletab instead of teleport runes. Usually teleport runes are enough, like I realize how in trouble I am more quickly, but yeah, you can't really get out of those lightning bolts if you're not constantly clicking. Unlock 50,000 coins. Take all. Make cure back up and we'll try that again. This time I'll bring better things. Bring some basic runes to destroy the ads. And I guess I'll do teletabs instead of runes this time. I think I want 2 sets of those this time. Don't think I need the stamina potion. Probably can pause with the combat. Guess I'll bring the rune pouch with. Yeah, I didn't see if the thing had health or if it's just like the ads and some other boss fights where you hit him once and they leave you alone. But I guess I'll teleport out if that doesn't work. Bring some anglerfish this time, and the rest can be dark crabs. Alright, let's try that again. Thanks. Not screwing around. I don't know if protection from magic is correct for the whole fight. Sure, I'm ready to switch these spells here. Let's go. Once more with feeling. Early damage rolls were not as good as last time. Sure. So it looks like casting magic worked. I don't know if it's guaranteed to always hit. Keep that in mind for next time. Oh, I wonder if I can get him to walk in the goop. No, he won't. Magical blood verb. When I stepped in it last time, it did a bunch of damage to me. Okay, it can damage him. Cool. I figured I would probably miss some mechanics last time because I was just going to brute forcing it. Come on, Safalaan, I could use one of those 170 damage attacks again. Oh, Jesus. See if I can watch for that darkness attack and get out in time. It's pretty fast. Totally can deal with his pets. Oh, did not get away from the Staring at Darkness attack. Probably want to top off before his phase change here. Yeah, my combat rolls are much worse this attempt than last one. Just hitting him for like 30s quite often. Shit, it got me. Crap. Bad. Don't use your shadow attack before you face change here, please. Shooting for 2, hit for 30. It's 2. Got him. Whew. I probably could have just brute forced him before instead of trying to heal and finish him in the last attempts. Stop this. Why would I want to do that? Father, please, you must remember something. Anything. I remember everything. I remember how weak Acertes was. The pathetic love he had for his wife and for his children. I remember how good it felt to be uplifted, to be made something more. Remember the joy when I took your sister's skull and crushed it with my bare hands. Holy shit. Safalaan's gonna wreck him. Nice. I'll have to be Arquita. Maybe the Grandmaster quest will have us combine all the pieces into a final flail. What have I done? Teleport him out of there. It's too far away. What have I done? I need to go now. Is he gonna get captured? Interesting. Is that where we're gonna end the quest? Killed them, all of them. What do we do? Nothing we can do. Don't you see, Ivan? It's over. They've won. Can't give up. We're the Meiyerditch. The Meiyerditch are dead. He's given up. We had like 4 people die. Sorry, I need some time alone. I guess Ivan's probably going to be the hero at the end, right? He's the descendant. Like to be alone. That's the end of the quest. Oh, that's so mean. I love that that's the end. Well, I can get to Darkmeyer now, so that's cool. Tome of XP I'm going to be throwing onto Herblore still, believe it or not. I think it would be Runecraft, because Runecraft blows, but Herblore is frustrating. Oh, I can do it multiple times. That's cool. 45k Herblore XP. Tome crumbles into dust. Now that's all I'm going to record for now. I'm obviously going to check out some of the Sins of the Father content here soon, now that I have access to it. But you'll have to wait until the Diary Cape playthrough gets published in 2025. I have a chance to see that. Thanks for watching. This quest was really enjoyable. It was fun to do one, completely blind, no guide. It's kind of a bummer that I died. It would have been a little bit more climactic if I had just won on the first attempt, but took a bunch of damage that was kind of unnecessary. Thanks. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes that have been recorded back in like September, October of 2019. And if any new quests are released by Jagex, I plan to just record those and publish them right away. See you later. Bye. Oh, and if you're watching, the Diary Cape playthrough right now, obviously none of that applies. It's just going to continue fast forwarding until whatever the next thing is. It's probably Darkmeyer. See ya.